If you want to glow up like Wonyoung, the first thing you need to understand is that her beauty doesn't just come from makeup or clothes. It comes from her energy, her softness, and the way she carries herself. So start with your mindset. Think of confidence, but the gentle kind. You don't need to be loud or bold to stand out. Wonyoung's charm comes from being calm, feminine, and assured in herself. She gives off the feeling of someone who knows her worth without ever acting arrogant. Try to bring that into your daily life. Slow your movements a bit. Breathe before you react and treat yourself kindly instead of criticizing yourself for every tiny thing. For your skin, don't chase after 10-step routines or extreme products. Wonyoung's glow comes from simple, consistent care. Wash your face with something gentle, keep it hydrated, and never skip sunscreen. Add something like niacinamide or hyaluronic acid if you want extra brightness or softness, but don't overload your skin. A weekly sheet mask or gentle exfoliation is enough. Skin glows most when it's cared for regularly, not when it's treated harshly. Her hair always looks so healthy because it's kept smooth and nourished. You can do the same by oiling your ends a little, using a hair mask once a week, and protecting your hair from heat. Even simple things like brushing gently and using a silk pillowcase at night make a big difference. The goal isn't complicated styling, it's shine, softness, and movement. When it comes to makeup, think soft and youthful. Wonyoung avoids heavy foundation. Instead, she goes for light skin tints that let the natural skin show through. A rosy blush, a subtle highlight, curled lashes, and a glossy pink lip. That's her vibe. Nothing harsh, nothing too bold. Her makeup is all about looking fresh rather than masked. Her fashion sense is elegant but youthful. She wears things that look clean, well-fitted, and feminine. Pastel colors, simple silhouettes, cardigans, cute skirts, and dainty accessories. She often includes one princess element, like a bow, a ribbon, or pearls, but she never overdoes it. If you want to dress like her, focus on looking neat and put together, rather than trendy or complicated. Even a simple outfit looks elevated when it fits properly and is paired with good posture. Speaking of posture, this is one of the biggest secrets of her glow. Wonyoung always stands tall, shoulders down, neck long, and she moves gracefully. Practicing good posture instantly makes you look more poised and confident. You can start by checking in with your body throughout the day, adjusting your shoulders, lifting your chin a little, and sitting in a way that keeps your back straight without being stiff. Moving gracefully, rather than rushing, adds a softness to your whole presence. A glow up also means taking care of your lifestyle. Hydrate yourself throughout the day, eat balanced meals with real food, sleep enough, because no amount of makeup can replace the glow that comes from being well rested. These are the kinds of habits idols rely on, not extreme restriction. You want to feel good, not drained. But maybe the most important part of glowing up like Wonyoung is embracing the aura she represents. She's sweet, polite, calm, and elegant, but she isn't a pushover. She respects others, but she also respects herself. She doesn't compete or compare. She focuses on her own lane and her own growth. If you want her glow, work on giving off that peaceful confidence. Smile softly. Speak gently. Be kind, but keep boundaries. Look after your space, your appearance, and your emotions. Wonyoung's mindset is one of the most fascinating parts of her public persona because it blends softness with confidence in a way that feels almost effortless. When people admire her, they're not just drawn to her visuals, they're drawn to the emotional energy she carries. Her mindset reflects a quiet maturity, a sense of inner peace, and a disciplined approach to self-care that all come together to create the aura that so many people try to understand or replicate. There's a gentleness to the way she presents herself, but it's not the type of gentleness that makes someone fade into the background. Instead, her softness coexists with a calm self-assurance. She doesn't try to overpower a space, but she also doesn't shrink herself to fit into it. Her presence feels like someone who knows her own worth without needing to prove it. This ability to be gentle while still holding her ground is part of why her aura appears so refined and graceful. It suggests that her confidence doesn't come from loudness or dominance, but from comfort in who she is. Another part of her mindset is the way she protects her peace. Even in high-pressure environments, she carries herself with an unbothered steadiness, almost as though she refuses to let negativity take root within her. She doesn't seem easily shaken by criticism or chaos. Instead, she maintains her composure and continues to move with grace. This doesn't mean she doesn't feel pressure or stress. It means she has learned how to filter her emotional reactions and hold on to her sense of inner calm. That level of composure adds to the elegance people associate with her. Wonyoung also has a purposeful way of moving through life. She doesn't appear rushed or panicked, even when her schedule must be demanding. Her movements are slow, deliberate, and intentional. The way she walks, turns her head, or even reaches for something seems to come from an internal mindset of calm control. This gives her a sense of poise that feels almost natural, but it's actually rooted in awareness. She seems to understand that elegance isn't just an aesthetic, it's a way of moving and reacting. That mindset of move with intention, not stress, is a big reason why she looks so composed all the time. Discipline is another pillar of her mindset. Her glow, her posture, her overall appearance. None of that happens by accident. It comes from quiet, consistent habits that she follows because she values herself enough to put in the effort. She treats self-care not as a luxury, but as a responsibility. Her discipline doesn't feel rigid or harsh. It feels like self-love expressed through routine. When someone consistently invests in themselves, it shows. Perhaps one of the most admired parts of her mentality is that she doesn't appear to compete with others. She's surrounded by incredibly talented people, yet she doesn't radiate rivalry or comparison. Her energy feels like someone who is focused on evolving rather than competing. Improvement is a personal journey to her, not a race. This mindset allows her to maintain her peace while also continuing to grow. It's a rare combination in such a demanding environment, and part of what makes her presence calming rather than tense. Gratitude and grace are also woven deeply into her mindset. She often expresses appreciation in small, sincere ways, whether it's through her interactions with fans, staff, or those around her. There's a humility in her demeanor, and it softens her elegance in a way that makes her feel approachable rather than cold. She manages to balance poise with warmth, showing that you don't need to be distant to appear refined. This blend of kindness and composure amplifies her glow. Most importantly, Wonyoung seems to believe in her own beauty and abilities without needing constant reassurance. Her confidence doesn't feel performative. It feels quietly rooted. She carries herself like someone who has accepted that she is allowed to feel beautiful, allowed to take up space, and allowed to grow. That belief reflects outward in her posture, her expressions, and even the calm way she speaks. It's the kind of self-confidence that inspires others not to envy her, but to wonder how they can develop that same inner light for themselves. Ultimately, Wonyoung's mindset is a gentle balance of self-love, inner peace, discipline, and emotional maturity. She embodies the idea that real glow comes from within, from how you treat yourself, how you respond to the world, and how you choose to carry your energy. People don't just admire her, they feel soothed by her presence. And that's because her beauty isn't just in her visuals. It's in the way she has shaped her inner world to be calm, intentional, graceful, and quietly strong. And finally, remember that glowing up like Wonyoung doesn't mean turning into her. Your glow will shine the most when you create a version that feels natural for you. Think about what colors look best on your skin. What hairstyle makes you feel pretty? What routines keep you feeling balanced? Wonyoung's glow is strong because it fits her perfectly, and yours will be strongest when it fits you.